year. It's gonna be another one of those. You ain't gonna like this thing, so y'all can try to attack it if you want. Not, but every day you're supposed to get wiser. Every day you're supposed to mature. You're not supposed to get dumber. You might get a little slower. So I'm gonna show some photos, and I'm just gonna show why this played out on YouTube. And like I said, I didn't know anything about Mo3. I didn't know anything about Young Dog. This ain't no rap stuff. This is Change A stuff. And I didn't know Boosie. I didn't know none of these people. I just know the exchange of money from 2020 or 2019, which I ain't even know nothing about none of this. So when people started saying certain things, I wasn't trusting them. And the first thing I'm gonna show is I had when I started this channel, I already had several uh, people that was my uh, they were my moderators. So today I was getting ready to say, yo, I just told you I was gonna take some pictures and show y'all what was going on MGR's channel, like somebody holding the channel back from seeing certain things. And when I come back, everything was fixed. I wasn't even, like I said, I didn't even think I was gonna go live again. So as I'm going through the photos, I'm noticing something. So while I was trying to make some moves, I got caught up with a guy that was he had a he had a body. That's why I always say I don't I don't fuck with nobody that had like bodies. And first, I'm gonna show you this. You're gonna see some stuff over in the right hand corner. But I'm showing this to my family about somebody. And see, Mystery Gang, I try to get back into Mystery Gang's Instagram. Now, we had two Instagrams. People only know me really as MGR. So let me show you this first thing. Now, right now, this don't got nothing to do with YouTube, but I'm gonna show you how I progressed to YouTube. Whenever I do business, I look up and see who I'm doing business with. I always had business had to do with some hold on, let me stop this one. This has something to do with investments. Slightly over here, you can see I have messages and who they from. These are upstanding citizens right here, especially this one. It just so happened somebody started looking somewhere they had no business looking at and started acting like they were people that were in my life. Like this lady, her last name is Davis. She's a she's law enforcement in North Carolina. All right, so we got that. So when I finally do come out to go down into the Lexus Ware case, there's some people that's already aware of me because I made them come from Ohio on a trucking deal. And then it comes down to who it ends up with some people from Ohio in the trucking deal that were trying to look for my business. So I'm going to show you something. And I'm going to stop the screen because I don't want y'all saying certain things that you shouldn't say. And this is, I'm bringing it right around the bush. We ain't going to be on here long or nothing because I heard a song. I never heard Boosie other than with MO3, and then I mentioned this to someone, and then I heard Cadillac Records, and that put me in the mind. And that's why I say Liham up there, and you should know what that means. Whoever speaks that language. This is me being shown some dogs. And a lot of stuff's coming to my memory. When the feds try to come in and infiltrate my system before I was, and let me first say this: hip hop in the streets helped me get to to where I could be before I caught my first case. And I remember the people that came up from Virginia. Some rappers came up from Virginia. I didn't know who they was. I told you I had a studio on the other side that off like a whole bunch of Philly rappers, and then some other rappers they was bringing up was coming in. They used to be on the other side. My business was on one side. My landlord that was giving me the building, when somebody put down there, somebody put in there something about Hassan Abdul Talib. That's been in my mind because I'm like, what would this? Why does Hassan Abdul Talib? What did that have to do with this case? MO3 case, uh, Justice for Tajay Baker, any of the cases that I've been asked for. Why would Hassan Abdul Talib? Why would somebody put that down there? That's somebody that I kicked out of my office. But I kicked him out of my office because he was doing dirt. And I named the company, I renamed the company from BOA Group. And then I named it to Z2 Investment Group. So when the feds came in, they must thought we was big. They sent in, try to send somebody in. I told them, yo, squash that up. They got the wrong people. It was a guy there. He started his rental company because I rented him a desk. So nobody ever got on the stand against me or anything like that. The rappers that was coming in, I didn't even know who and most of these rappers were that were coming in. I just remember these dudes coming from Virginia, and I never heard of they rap or anything. I wanted them to buy something. They came up was supposed to be buying real estate, so they never saw me. They saw people that they supposed to see to take them out to see the houses. And those when they went out to see those houses, they didn't buy shit. I don't know if they's broke. They ain't like how houses or what. That was a big. At that time, I was dealing with a label, and that label, the people they were from Baltimore, and they moved to Philly. But everybody I dealt with, they didn't want to be on the books, so I never mentioned their name or anything like that. I don't mention people's names that give me money, and I don't ask. It ain't my duty to ask people where they get their money from. If they from a profitable business or whatever, you think I ask them? I'm not a bank, so I already went to trial. Didn't have to say nobody's name. I was by myself. But we had just before I got locked up, we had an artist whose name comes up big in Texas right now. She's making a lot of big planes down in Texas. Her name Jaguar Wright. That's all I want to say. Now, the change aid that I had into that, that's my change aid. But again, I do remember, you know, some people being involved that I don't have nothing to do with. Never met them or anything like that. But but they're from Philly. The only person I met was their manager, Hassan Abdul Talib, and he was a piece of shit. He was a piece of shit manager. He reminds me of rainwater. So now remembering this name that he used to go by was Jackson. That's in my called himself Mark Jackson. I mean, literally argued about it at a Hummer. I'm starting to see where a lot of this shit comes from, right? So I don't know what this boy doing. I just get rid of him. But I ain't his backup. That nigga gotta pay for his own dealings. But one thing I learned, dude was trying to start with my company with Z2 Investment Group. One of the reasons why I try to keep it so pristine is because someone came in and made a presentation to us to start a hedge fund. So I remember his name, but I remember him talking to me like out in a parking lot. And he had on this earpiece. This is how the world gets smaller and smaller, and a corporation gets, no matter what people, their religion is or whatever. Making a long story short, and a short story shorter, I don't know what any of those people worship, but I know that one person in there that sat at that front desk and my landlord, they were, the landlord was a Greek guy, and he sued these people for a lot of money. But I started a security company, which I had no access to now because an individual tried to betray me, but he was with this guy, Hassan Abdul Talib. But he never got in trouble. So this case, my case wasn't even out of Philadelphia. My case came out of Jersey. But I told you, the government don't like you making fun of them. And we had some people that stayed in Florida and they wouldn't testify falsely against me. They wasn't going to testify because they wasn't going to say that I told them to do anything because I didn't. So I don't know if the government feels like they're not satisfied. But anyway, I told you I always been into it with this bank since we created our first account. And let's just say one of my partners, maybe his first name is Nathaniel. And then another part, let's say his name is, one of my partners is William. If that was their name, I don't know. I know that they were more concerned about doing other things than they were concerned about the business. So I end up buying them out. So I know what they were into, but I bought them out. So that cuts off any future business with them. But I still wouldn't say their name. That's why I say I don't know Nathaniel, or we don't know Nathan, and we don't know nothing over here. Those people aren't in my indictment or anything like that. When someone betrays you, and when I look at it, the person that had to betray me is the last person I spoke to, and I had to come outside of my house, and he telling me, and he was pointing at different stuff like they might be listening, and I still don't know what was going on. But my father-in-law, he was a Mason, but I just didn't know all the people that they were connected to. Let's say that. And this kind of continuates what I went through the log before, and let me jump ahead of that. So I'm not gonna go back there. You can look at the other log. It's very short. I'm not gonna keep going over these things. Um, by the time I get, I meet, or my daughter tells me about somebody named Ratchet TV, and he's, doing the case. I go and listen to him. But my daughter was the first one. Now, I'm just coming home from the feds, so I'm still in that state of mind. That's how I'm looking at people. So, in the time frame that I did, I come back out and still work with some of my partners, and they were all legit. So as I'm looking at these pictures, I'm like, damn, I ain't even know none of these people, and I'm putting them with. Did they have something to do with doing something to my partner? You know, I'm like, because these police, it was right on the borderline of Philadelphia and going right into Montgomery County. Found my partner in the pickup. So that's one partner I lose to death. I didn't have any insurance on him or anything. Meantime, the rest of us, we keep going on. We were never one company. We were several companies. I, my grandmother passed in 2017. She told me about our trust just before she passed away. And I remember who I was doing business with, and I don't know who they was doing business with, and I still don't care. What my partners do when I'm not around, that ain't my business. And what I do, I do. So I'm looking at these phones, this 101 people, wondering like, damn, could any of these came to us through any of the number of ways? But my kids always wanted this iPhone. They wanted these iPhones, so I got them the iPhone Forever package. Then comes the Alexis Wear case. Then comes I catch the end of MO3, a lot about the Dolph case. But my daughter happened to be trying to be a rapper, and so was her brother. Now that's my I say she's my daughter, but she's my stepdaughter, but she's my daughter because I raised her. Now I don't know nothing about her brothers and everything, but they were, so she was in a rap group. I can't remember the name of it. Whoever they came in contact with, my daughter got away from that. She meets up with my nieces from the ATL. I don't know if that's not none of my business. Like I said, I'm just coming home. Now I'm trying to make my investments. I come right out. And when I get out of the feds 5 years, I can't do any business. I can't own my business or anything like that. That was by order of the judge. That was my judgment. If you see that on it, they call it judgment and commitment. So when I do get on here and someone sends me, I come on and explain room about 220. So around that time, I started getting these these emails. So I'm just going through the emails just now, and if you type things in a certain way, you'll get what you want. So the first thing I typed in was Instagram, and I couldn't, for the life of me, I could not understand why they would not let me get into my Instagram from the mystery game, Reloaded. And somehow that's where I used to send all like information that I would get. I would send all that information over there to mystery gang that would come into the southern. So not until here I want to show you. I'm gonna share my screen with you. Not until the Mo3 case, which is this is in 2024, did they want to stop the mystery game. All of a sudden, they wanted to stop the mystery game. Reloaded stuff as I was starting to collect information on after I come back from South Carolina. And I remember there were some people, there were some people I was contacting. I don't see them around anymore, but I was contacting, asking them, hey, could you look at this video? Shout out to number one, my solo 10 toes right here. Because I'm going to show the rest of the stuff too. But I just put in Instagram right here, and I tried to get into it. So I took some pictures that it was saying, and it was saying that it didn't like what I was saying on there, but I was sending it from the same place I had the Instagram that I had now. And most of that stuff involved the Alexis Ware case. I didn't know anything about any other cases. And then I started getting emails where people were wanting to, from the Alexis Ware case, people were wanting to be my moderator, all types of things. Um, See this thing right here, say mystery confidential. That's what that is. And then it says I had this strong. So I'm not trying to put nobody out there, so because it couldn't have been everybody was involved. It could have been and it could have been. I don't know. But I know that once I got into the MO3 case and I started getting, once I get into something, I get all the way into it. I started matching up the things or the people, and I told, well, when Ratchet first brought that up, he said this had to do with something that had to do with some street shit and some black. I think he said black magic. I think that's what I remember hearing him say from the beginning. So some of the people was coming over, and y'all was coming over under some different names. So when I try to go into here now, I can't. I can't even get into the joint. But I was looking at right here. I'm looking at that date. So that would have been, what did it say? Ratchet Cash App. What's the date on this John? The John say July 2022. When was the Alexis Ware? Alexis Ware went missing, I think, uh, somewhere around February of that year. I think it was February the 28th, if I'm not mistaken. So these are pictures I was saying. Keep in mind on that right there, and then the picture I'm showing you now. See, we disabled your account, but the account was disabled on October 14th, 2024, and it was called Mysteries Gang underscore reloaded. But you see the reload right there. Right there. But not only that, catch something. And this person right here, I don't know who this is. For some reason, I just didn't feel comfortable. But I look at this number right here, and all I think of is 35. And then I see this. Now, I never talked to Sensei directly or nothing like that. This woman is giving me hell when I put Ratchet TV on that. So I'm like, yo, is this Tammy Love? Is this one right? This Tammy Love. I haven't seen her around for a minute. Is that Sensei? And when she trying to put me up on gaming because I wouldn't give her a wrench, they had to go around a different way. Whatever. I don't know. So yeah, I take pictures of everything. Share screen with you again. And I see this. Vetter. Now, if it's one thing that I do before anyone comes to my company is they are to be vetted. I don't want them around people that I deal with. But this gets even better. So let the years go by and you start seeing people that have gray hair now or they're old school or what you call OGs or whatever. There's a new whole genre of rap. Like there's another generation of rap. And now here I find myself in covering the death of some rappers, and which I never covered the death of any other rappers, and then start coinciding with certain things. I don't show shit out of Philly. So I never had a beef. I ain't never had nothing to walk with anybody in Philly that I needed to worry about anything. I'm gonna put in another thing into my Gmail. As a matter of fact, let me go to the picture. I'm gonna stay with the pictures because I'm gonna show you some shit. Some gay ass shit from 2022. And these is y'all people right down here on the internet. And you're gonna start to see connections y'all ain't gonna believe. And it's not funny because now I'm starting to see what's going on. I remember this like it was yesterday, this right here. Here's Ratchet TV, here's this girl, and this girl Val right here. I don't know if anybody remember, but they called her Coco. She used to deal with credit. See us on Ratchet TV Media. So, if I'm not mistaken, Double Tap TV looks similar to me because he wears glasses. I'm gonna show you a picture of him that I caught, but I caught him saying doing something with his glasses. That's February the 10th of 2022. So that's about the time I'm I meet Ratchet TV. So the next thing is, man, I'm at so now let Alexis Ware case come up. This is now all you gotta do is just look. I don't know if you can see the info that's on the side. You see how you can just put out the info when you took the picture at the date, everything. And Google. So this was February 17th, 2022. So on Thursday I took this one. No, This is what you call due diligence. Somebody been pushing this Boosie thing, trying to make me like when I first got into the MO3 case thing, I said, you know what, this nigga Rainwater's guilty. They kept pushing Boosie. People want to hear about Boosie. They didn't understand, which I thought I understood from the beginning, from the very beginning. Now he don't have nothing to do with that. It doesn't fit. And then I don't know nothing. Why would people be coming over here and putting shit on the screen, telling me stuff what happened in the Mo3 case and giving me information? But I'm putting it up on the screen the whole time. But I know that these accounts are what they are. That's just in 2022. And then the next thing I did was Justice for Tajay Baker. Before I get off of this, Justice for Tajay Baker came in, and then somehow, I don't know how. Well, I do know how, because when I came back from South Carolina, yeah, Rainwater was, they said it was for Rainwater production at the end of my video. So that meant that Mystery Gang is tied in. Mystery Gang, that's why I separated myself from Mystery Gang. I noticed the man, Mr. Petty, he separated himself from it too. But there were some people that, they stayed with Mystery Gang, they was down on Clubhouse and all of this shit. But then people was coming and saying certain things to me. I remember making comment on Val, because at that time I already knew about some of the stuff she was talking about, credit or anything like that. And I showed this before. I don't like him showing, and I don't think there's any names being mentioned. I want you to pay attention to the cars, because while we were down there, this is a tape that I catch.
Yeah, she pretty much said
that's that picture. Now listen to this recording. You're going to be able to see what I'm talking about. Now, if you remember the Alexis Ware case, everything was centered around this red car. And this was supposed to be, I think, this guy's TJ's car. Or at least I believe. I mean, that's what Ratchet TV told us, they drove a red car. Prior to us going down there, that's when Cash App started going out. Before I knew who this nigga really was. So, like I told you, I'm down there because of that and to pick up my niece. So, look at this. I don't think I say this lady's name, and I don't want to say it, but you see that this is 20. What's the date? 20, 22, 02, 28.
that part on there.
me being a person, I'm paying attention just to all the cars down there because this is supposed to be some, you know, some drama down there.
I don't play like that. Like I told her, I don't ask nobody for no.
Now, I'm on my phone. He's on Bluetooth. He's not down. This is, I think, Anderson or something like that. And I think we're at, no. And we're like in Anderson. We're getting ready to go the route that Alexis Ware traveled. And while we was on that, well, actually, this is us coming back. I think we're coming back because I already went and got my niece. My niece is going to come out of here.
Goddamn money. I asked her why you never came to me for it. You could have came to me and asked me.
I'm just steady looking around.
Not that I would have gave it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have at least talked to me first.
That she came on a night that I don't know. I guess I would give him big that.
And then bam, I catch this right here. The red car. At least I believe that's the red car. But if you go back on, I don't know if Ratchet TV still has them up, but I told you I got those cars. I still got them videos. Now, there is a truck right here. It's not blocking anything that would have, this other video that comes out, it's not blocking anything.
Night, and she said something, asked me what my drawing was. But it wasn't no big thing. You know, I made sure that, you know, I had no problem with helping nobody, especially if they sick. You know, I had no problem doing that.
Yeah, but girl, I know you got family or something. And then she told me she paralyzed, but she was looking for a car. How the fuck she looking for a car if you paralyzed?
I didn't think that at first, but when she took the only reason she asked me for more money is because she's paralyzed. And I was like, you didn't say that before.
And she didn't have to. She said she was sick first. She didn't explain her whole thing. So if she listening by any chance, this is not against you. And please don't listen to this, John, because I told this nigga, yo, don't say nothing to this person because I don't want this out there and make you think that I have a problem with it. It's like I have a problem with people that's paralyzed. This is me just getting into YouTube. Now, this is before anything foolishness happened. I don't know nothing about YouTube. So you can might as well say I'm green as far as YouTube, but I ain't green about being aware of my surroundings and being down there for what the fuck I said I was down there for.
Yeah, so she just told me she can't walk, she can't move. So how the fuck you go car shop?
Yeah.
Now the red car going, white John pull up right there, tinted windows. Now this is making sense to me a little bit because you can see right over there, the red car goes out and bangs the right, and it's going back down there, no problems.
I don't know. I just know that.
Looking all around.
Yes.
This person is in a Toyota, just pulled up behind, just sitting there. No no other cars come there. I'm not saying that people ain't just coming in the gas station, but we had went to one gas station already, and they told us the wrong John. So I'm gonna go into this one because this is the right one that she actually went into. So look, they backing out. They back right out. Truck still over there. Boom. Now this John pull up.
So you want me to go ahead and ask them some questions? I ain't scared. I'll ask them motherfuckers questions. I'm just going to John now, but I got two phones. It's a little line in there, so I'm gonna wait till the line go down. I don't want them to try to front in front of the little white fence. I want to try to be more strange than that. So I'm trying to, we really need, hey, you got some stuff, man. We really need to go ahead and put him on. Like, I'm trying to tell Petty, he was telling me a couple things as he was riding, man. Petty is really set up.
Beat up Toyota Camry.
He owned a couple things now. He don't know that property is the best thing you can have. I'm like, Petty, you can take money off this property right now. You can take it off of it right now, and you'll have the money in 72 hours. I know you.
But this nigga never wanted me and Petty to talk, but I was getting with Petty. Once I got with Petty, what's the name? But I'm thinking this is me and Petty, so I'm freely talking to this nigga, and this nigga turns on Petty, he turned on me.
You might not know what thing I do though, but I'm trying to tell you, before I leave from down here, if I stay down here all week, the money you need to fix that house, you'll have it. And then he was like, I'm trying to tell you, you can get 80,000 from Navy Federal.
Listen to what I say. I'm telling him Navy Federal.
And
but it's no John down there.
You don't see that I'm a veteran on there.
This is Petty and my niece coming out the store now.
He could have been asked. He's like, but I wanted to meet you first. I said, nigga, I don't care nothing about it.
And yeah, he said, he wanted to meet me first. I could dig that.
Okay. Yo, is it a part somewhere we need to talk to the people in there? There ain't no line. What's that line right there for?
You see the white girl in there that's
you want to ask some questions. You want me to ask
you got to come.
You want me to ask?
Oh, well, you go ahead and do that now. I don't know that about that. But see, that stove pack. Put right out there. See how they play out for the
Nah, state troopers just pulled up.
But now they.
You see what I said? The state troopers just pulled up. I ain't going in there because I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think this was after the search, so I'm a little tense now because I told you when we went down there to look, that John got crazy. Like 6 troopers came down with they shit off, and you see, I'm already in a black GMC, so I slid right past them, and Betty drove us to the John. I hit the other way. Now remember, that red car was right there.
Come to the store.
Oh.
So Petty told me, so they go to South Carolina State Troop.
All right, I'm going in there. Yo, hold this. Front the ratchet while I go in.
So now, see this truck. Nobody ever gets out this truck.
I'll start this. You put $30 in it? I ain't gonna do shit for us. I told you to fill it up, but go ahead. You don't gotta push it. Put this shit in the thing.
Let's go ahead and cut it. All right. So that's y'all saw him showing us when we were out there searching. That's a new day right there. Come to find out, we don't never get any information. That was a sunny day down there, and there was rain. There was a couple rainy days. That's on the 28th. That I took that. Now, let me show the rest of these pictures and how we're here today and how. This come back down to hip hop. And it says hip hop playmakers. You know what I'm saying? Like at the beginning, you see the little barcodes on the video that say hip hop playmakers, and then you got a whole fucking MO3 sector of play runners. So when I put up Play Runners Association, that brought out some shit. Why is it wrong that I don't want to get played because I'm seeing something that I don't see the things. I don't look at things the way other people look at things. So I like to play. I didn't get down with the play. You hear me down there? I'm down there trying to find this person, and I'm trying to get petty up. Ratchet's down there for a hell of a. He's down there for another reason. I don't know who sent him down there, and I'm not going to show emails where they were from, where people were sending me saying that they left him because of the Alexis Ware case. I don't have to show all of that stuff. And at this time, y'all can share the live if you want. You don't have to share the live. I'm just getting on there because I'm just, like I said, I hear Cadillac Records now from Boosie, and a lot of people was asking me questions about Boosie, and then they would put these little marks down there as if they was trying to blame everything on Boosie, and I ain't know nothing about no Boosie, but I remember when I put that Planet of Fakes thing on there, you'll see everything when I put that Planet of the Fakes. That man was on, whoever it was, and the people that's in the chat, those people are in the chat. That is days after. He's talking to these girls, the Jackson sisters. Now, whether people else was talking, the day after that, he says on the 20th is when they locked up. 19th actually is when they locked up this guy. Devin Brown. They locked him up on the 19th when you look at the report. So I'm wondering who pushing to keep wanting to push Boosie in there, and then I just get a thing, and they're starting to play with these names, and they call themselves Cornelius Jones, and it just kind of makes me think of Cornelius Smith, really, saying basically telling leaving no stone unturned. I'm like, yo, plan who's starting to play with things, because I'm just gonna look at that first. I'm gonna look at the first name you use, and other one, and I'm see CJ. Now I don't know who the fuck CJ is or whatever, or his name was Cornelius Jones or whatever. I didn't look him up or anything like that. I don't know who that was. They kept pushing that, and then I had some emails of someone saying about how much Miss Kitty brought to the show. But I remember one thing I was looking at was what she was saying and what Miss Kitty was saying. They was, look, we want to hear about Boosie, but I don't know. I didn't know enough about Boosie, and I didn't see it that way, and that's what I'm going to stick with, because I don't see it that way. The brother said Boosie. He said, shout out to Boosie. And I only can say shout out to Boosie, because I think that Boosie had a vision for something else. And when we see that, like, I look the population of everywhere around where they said that the family is from. And that's when I start discerning, like, yo, who is where, who's sending me, trying to discern who was sending me the things that they were sending me and why they were sending them to me. But there was a point that I stopped, and I noticed that, wait a minute, this shit is starting to divide into two sides. And I'm looking at who's gone, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to look at if my homies can go down. I mean, I went from everything that was in common in the case to see who was talking to my homies, and they was covering boxing. They cover the Crawford fight, and Spence fight. I get a John from, I hear the boy Cam, Killer Cam, and I'm hearing him asking, and then he talking to, Mace, and they discussing, this chase. I don't know where they're getting that information from, whatever. Now this shit is in, they talking about that. They up from New York. But when you talking, you supposed to know how to talk. And I seen they knew how to talk. They saying it looked like, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like somebody giving, when you talk, you're not trying to be on no John get caught up in that, and that's how I try to be up here. I don't know nothing in the first place. I'm only gonna go by what people are telling me. So I don't know who nobody is unless they cammed up. I don't know you still online, because this is online. We didn't grow up together. But I know this nigga Ratchet TV just by how he was acting for however long we was down there, and how much money y'all made off of, and how much damage y'all brought just running this 220 shit. So somebody was hiding something from the 220. And the fact that now somebody got so far into this case, like they was like, I only care about the discovery. I care about the discovery because I told you y'all should have been paying attention to that copyright case. There was a lot of discovery in there. And I was showing some of what was supposed to happen and what didn't happen in the copyright case over there. But the people that they was calling, and I'm not trying to bring out no more stuff like that, but I'm just trying to bring out who, because don't they got police down there? I'm more concerned was there some dirty cops in there, and there was there like a film going on, and they're trying to run play on us, because now people just don't know if there's plays being run or if people is telling the truth. And over here, I noticed that people, when they show up down here, like stuff starting to happen to them and all of that. Now I'm starting to see people that for the troll accounts, because people starting to tell me stuff like, yeah, the troll account. Then there's some people that I talk to behind the scenes, they don't want to be known. They come down every now and then and they say what they got to say. Some people is in the bushes, and I get warned that there's going to be people in the bushes. I'm getting schooled along the way, and then I got my own way that I look at things. But I know this woman right here, she been here this whole time. I think me and her is the only one that dropped our names down here. That and my cousin, he'd come in, and most times he don't get the joint until after it's over. So somebody actively blocking shit out. Now, what comes up as a rock, as a rock, and Shawnee had to put that down there, and I had to start and when people are sending me stuff, they're trying to tell me like, yeah, I know how you are on your show. So if they be watching me in the bushes before they come down, they know how. Yeah, you come down here and you knew I'm gonna be a little bit skeptical of you and like, yo, who is who is you? You know what I mean? That's why I put the pinky joint. I used to put the pinky joint on. Like, who sent you, nigga? Because I'm just like that. I'm just that type of person. And I'm never going to stop being like that. Because I'm like, the other day, like, I don't know, like two weeks ago, somebody like, yo, why don't you get into the third case? I'm like, what? I'm not. What's everything we've been through in this joint right here? Think I'm getting ready to get into look at another case? And for what? I don't even know nothing about no Lil Durk. Tell you the truth, Lil Durk is why I wanted to start up my security company, because He came to the door and just try to grab a bag and roll. That's all I know. There was, Anyway, finish now with this. No, I don't know why I downloaded some of the stuff that I downloaded, but what result? That's for this. I'm the Alexis Ware case that happened. It happened how it happened. The money I lost down there. The reason I left from down there is exactly what I said. I said I'm disgusted with that, and I try to tell you why I'm disgusted with people that mess with kids or myself on period because of a situation that in high school that I had to endure, and I feel sorry for that. And I got 2 daughters, and I just wouldn't want that. That's why you don't hear me talking about no Jay-Z and all of them. I don't know nothing about no Jay-Z. I know the music. Now I know Boosie music. Now I know MO3 music. Now I know King Von music. But when it comes to drilling and all that, I know that from the Marine Corps, and I know how to bust that gun from the Marine Corps, from what I learned when I was younger. So I just don't take it lightly if it was the way they was trying to say that it happened, like jokers just getting snatched up off the highway. And then I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. If this was like a whole plan for a stick up or whatever, he wasn't going to stick me up. No, he wasn't going to stick me up. If this was a plan to do, no. I'm down there looking, I can show you so many pictures of me going down there and just boom. So I show y'all a thing with this Sapphire Queen. I'll show you the Cash App joint. So I used to be skeptical of her until I just felt like, yo, nah, this boy do be beating on women. And then someone sent me something, show me, yo, you was right about Ratchet. But they say that I'm right about Ratchet, but it's involving some kids. So the kid part where people is trying to go back with the kid part, ain't nobody trying to take responsibility for that. But people covering the kid part about anybody else, but you won't cover the kid part about Ratchet TV. That's y'all king. What he taught y'all everything y'all know. He got y'all, somebody got y'all scared, somebody got y'all shook down there that y'all don't want to talk about that. This man right down here in the same section with y'all talking to these women the any way they want. I'm the only one that'll go and talk crazy to that nigga. Like, yo, who the fuck you think talk to? Because nigga, when you was down there, you wouldn't raise your motherfucking voice above whisper, and then you invite me to your private part, and then you got your little faggot ass friends, so I didn't know about that phone call. That's why you play like that. And nobody want to hear that, but they'll go, what's the name? And now y'all trying to clean up 35. But you won't, that whole time them tapes was out, nobody wanted to talk about that. And them tapes is clear. That man being in his house, you're talking about I'm obsessed with him. If you ain't obsessed about your money, or you had some part in it, meaning that those was in the beginning of the year. Them tapes was the beginning of the year, even though we got them when we got them. They were taped in the beginning of the year. Just find out now all the pieces of the puzzle that Ratchet was on the expressway. Then he say he's the biggest, like, I mean, he has to be the most delusional person that can't see what's getting ready to come upon him. I don't know what trick he think he gonna come up and say somebody forced him to do something, bro. Ain't nobody forced you to drive down there. And then you hire somebody to say that I'm burnt. Yeah, I don't play getting burnt. You're gonna do better off. You do better off going check in the jail than say that I'm burnt. I don't give a fuck if you could get killed, whoever you get. Fuck you think Ratchet TV on never strike my channel after I got that strike when he shut the channel down. Yeah, it took me whatever. I just started a new channel, and when I felt like it, I went and put it in, and I won. The same thing gonna happen with anybody else that bring me a set for. If I'm playing MO3's music and they say, "Hey, you can't play it," the other person that came down and threatened was Rainwater. If he don't like what I say, like I'm supposed, nigga, I don't ball clap no nigga. I'm not getting ready to sit up here. So that had to be you, and the combination with you and your friend. Yeah, people that got money into it or whatever. Because you owing bread. So you ain't got no choice but to start telling on people. Ratchet TV, telling on people. But these, y'all all together though. So it ain't me that ever admitted to any type of conspiracy or anything. But I look at all them people that all the way back down there with they had to come into contact with Eric Barnes and see who said something about a conspiracy or admitted to a conspiracy. I already showed you who admitted to a conspiracy. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? The people that admitted to a conspiracy and then, you hooked up with all these other people. If you admitted to the conspiracy, what that do for everybody else? You already admitted that it was a conspiracy. It's just, how far are y'all gonna go back to the, into a conspiracy and say it? Because all those people that ain't none of my business. So I don't know how many people done came up here and said what they had to say. I'm gonna go with the family, the real family. So everybody else that was down Dallas, I don't know. None of the family. They ain't say that they came from Dallas. They say you might like the Dallas Cowboys or whatever, but I'm gonna go with the Nobles saying and how far out the Nobles, however many Nobles is and everything. I'm paying attention to my chat and what they're saying. And it all turns out just how it was supposed to turn out. looking like I'm taking pictures of everybody because someone tells me something about, you know, I had this white girl come over. Y'all remember Fed Up with You? I really thought she was a Fed, and she might have been a Fed, but she had a lot of information. And she told me just before she stopped coming over here, just like showing her face or whatever. I don't know why she stopped showing her. She went over to Shay's Tube's channel, and after that, I don't know. She didn't come back. I don't know if that was her way out or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what Shay's Tube is. But I know that some of the stories that these women, and they were mostly women, but there's some men behind the scenes that are talking to me, and I know what they're telling me. And they showed me that they was family and everything. So I don't represent the family. They didn't appoint me to represent them or anything like that. I'm not a lawyer. I ain't none of that. I just got tired of hearing the BS that y'all was talking in the MO3 sector because I just saw all day y'all yik yakking. That shit was hurting my goddamn ear. It sound like just like a fucking old cackling ass woman. Yentas. Nobody, I don't want, I'm not trying to argue with you. Yo, like, I ain't trying to open up no new doors and say, oh, well, it goes further. Nah, I'm not saying that I'm not justice for me. I'm still justice for MO3. But y'all seen the paperwork. Y'all seen the paperwork. So what's working out on all these other channels and the new stuff that's coming out, that's great. But I want to address Boosie because, yo, I don't like that people was trying to just kept putting that. Somebody just put that in there on a. I just did a live, like, I don't know, it was maybe 2 weeks ago or something like that. Somebody put like Cornelia Tate, like, I still think, like, what do you? I'm not answering them as best I could. I said I don't see any evidence of that. I remember when I first started saying that, someone came up there and they said that there was some type of issue with Boosie and somebody else, but it wasn't Boosie and three. And the way people was moving down in Texas, I just believe that whoever that is, that they from Texas and they are probably from the Dallas area, and they trying to put that right there. And I think I probably saw too late what Boosie was trying to do, and yeah, that might have messed some things up. But I always thought that it was who I've been thought it was. I just never named you. I just never said anything about it because if I think somebody is the enemy, I'm just trying to be close to them. And I remember people keep saying, yo, Boosie be up there talking all the time and woo, so he must be telling. I'm like, yo, if you think somebody is you know, got some knowledge or anything, will you be right there sitting there trying to get that knowledge about whatever or seeing what they know? Because I know I damn sure would be. I'd be trying to sit right up there and get everything I can out you. Like I let people come up here and talk. I ain't gotten all of that from that lady that was up here, that white lady that was up here, fed up with you, that she used to be truth told, and me getting the information from the family. But y'all missed something in there in the chat. It was the first comment. So I felt that the situation was in good hands. But yeah, now it's time for this other, the business part of it that I was telling y'all from the beginning. Like, yo, people was coming over saying, making threats and everything and starting. And then some people were just coming over giving warnings. And this stuff started coming between my family. And when I say my family, I mean blood, as well as people that I'm loyal to. And I can't not be loyal to the streets when the streets help me build my first company. Almost all the company in the streets helped me build. People that wanted to invest, they wanted to stop doing things illegal, and I was showing them, how you can stop doing things illegal, just invest in certain things. But some people wanted to, just let me flip this real quick. Not to show them how. But for someone to attack a scripture, when I do a video that I prepared myself for and wasn't all over the place, that video, that get attacked because it says, no weapon against me, formed against me shall prosper. Someone attacks that video where it shows down to about the last few people that's trying to attack. In fact, I watched as some people went and said, just came right out. Y'all ain't seen no paperwork or nothing, and just said that Boosie was telling. So I was like, why they come out and say that? So I go back and look at Boosie case, and I'm like, y'all don't remember Keywan White? His John was, that shit said E-Gov sealed. I still have that paperwork. E-Gov sealed. So that made me go look. And if you notice, see, did I show that part? me a second so I can redact this. Okay. Now let's go to the pictures and show you from 2022. How the hell would Boosie be involved? I didn't know Boosie in that time frame. Here's this picture. Here's this picture right here. In this picture right here, that's the mom and the dad, but that's not who was showing when we first went down there. That's not who was showing, and I don't even know if this the pop. Is that the pop? But they're on Fox. right here it says bring Lex home. But they say, then he's saying, long live Lex, as if she's already gone. Showed y'all this cash app right here. The one cash app that came in to me came from somebody named Kim. Now it says this date, but it actually is a different date that it came in, which I can pull the statement and show exactly when it came in. This is the date that I downloaded this. Just took a picture of it, but the actual date came down while we were down there. There it go, right there, February 24th at 12:40. This in 2022, and even though I downloaded it in July of 2022, look, this Jones February. That's when we started getting it in on here. That's why you see it in a certain. Let's see what we see it. It's in a certain file that I have it in, because everything that was happening in 2022, I just put that shit together. That all of this shit that started happening in 2022 runs into 2023 at the time that I'm covering all of this stuff. So who was Cam? Let's, I mean, stop sharing and show you the Kim that I have. So around that same time, got this guy sending me all of this stuff. I'm just looking at the name. So this is something that's against Black Christians. With this Terrain Hicks dude that's calling my jack. So you bringing harm to Black Christian, huh? First, who the fuck tell y'all, or who makes y'all think that all Christians believe that Jesus is white? That's when I know where you come from. You come from a place that you don't know shit. Somebody's teaching you some shit out of some other book, because I don't believe Jesus is like it. I mean, he's explained in the Bible. It tells you how his hair was and everything. Who told you he was white? Because somebody started drawing something? You can read in the Bible for yourself when y'all taking on all these names. Go look them same names up and see what color their skin is. Do they look like they white? So Black Christians, we Black Christians over here, and we want justice, and we say, and we want to call them, because y'all want to worship the devil, and you referring to him as white Jesus. So what if he Black Jesus? Satan revealed himself to you to be black. Said he was an angel, a fallen one. That's that circular reasoning. If you want to worship Satan, just worship him. You don't what you got to say anything about him. The Bible already say what it say about Satan. The Quran says what it says about Shaitan. Yo, other than that, how you talking about some white Jesus? White Jesus, but you go to the white man you go to the white man trying to get a Black Christian or somebody else that's Black in trouble, had them put, taken away from their kids, and they ain't do nothing but just disagree with you. We ain't did no crime together or nothing. You just, let me go call him. Yeah. he care about this black guy down there. No, your man fucked up. That girl up in Canada, last name is Thomas. She got committed. And I'm going to show you how they're rejoicing, because I think that's the page. Let me see, wait a minute. I think I showed that right there where it says that y'all laughing that I got committed for 72 hours. How does someone know that I was committed for 72 hours? So that meant that if I got committed for 72 hours, somebody leaked a record. I know who the doctor was. He was African. I know what my insurance covered. So I know exactly where I was at. And he didn't believe it. But y'all laughing about that shit, even if I was committed. So what? The fact that I got committed, you know what this doctor was? His name was Dr. Israel, one of the doctors in there. He one of the reasons that I'm not kicking your ass. Be thankful and merciful for that. Because I expect for y'all to keep coming. But this time, maybe you want to look to the case about the Blair Witch Project or Blair Witch trials down in Salem. See, people think that they can't. Is at some point you just got to give up when you're doing wrong. The truth cannot be overcome by your feelings. The truth is supposed to hurt you. So now y'all cast all the light you can cast on me. What you gonna do? What's your next move? Nah, you don't got no next move. Come on, let me get you some more of this work. I ain't even finished. It's a Dallas police officer right here. In uniform. So when it said this organization is big, we know that it encompasses some Dallas police officers, right? That's gang. So that's one police department we'll look at right there. That, yeah, they would be coming at me because I posted this picture. No, she posted that picture. Or Terrain Hicks posted that picture. And then you put this on top of it and made it a public service announcement. And it starts making all the sense now when you start saying, and that's fine and well that that's what you believe. So do that give y'all the right to use that power that you've been given? I don't know. Maybe you typed in the computer and looked up some names for somebody, locked up somebody, leaked some information for somebody. Yeah, how deep did this shit run? Because there go that Smith name right there. As in Cornelius Smith, right down there. Was one of them Cornelius Smith or something like that in the Dolph key? Just lost his appeal. See everything right there. And this is even cool. Fuck y'all got what y'all worried about somebody else for though? Y'all can't stay to yourself, just be amongst yourself. Ain't nobody messing with y'all. Y'all don't got some way y'all recruit people. recruiting with your advertisements. What you worried about that for? Ain't nobody can. Is anybody say anything about your cousin? But for somebody to say that you kidnapped them, that's a different story. If you didn't kidnap them, then you didn't kidnap them. But yet you go out and make up stories on other people and put your name as a signature on there like you untouchable. You see this right here? Up that hill. So when my daughter said, made sure that I know that she would die on this hill for me. I'm like, what? Nah, this is war. Because before I let my daughter die on that hill, whatever hill they talking about, I'd rather put. I'm telling you what I'm gonna do. And y'all got Dallas Police Department in it to do. So that means you must got some people in Philadelphia, like you might, like, you know. I mean, let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's get down to the meat and bones of this. This is the people that I already showed you that this boy hired this dude against me. I ain't even trying to show all your people. I'm trying to show you your word. Let's bring some reality to it. So we don't know this. We don't know this lady. We don't see her in the chats, do we? It's all 2022. Look at that V. $2022. Where your man Greg? People know he got what behind him. Who he talking to? March 22nd. Right after I left from down there. That's all I need is y'all to Up three right there. That's conspiracy. Oh, you gonna love this joint right here. Damn, I thought we was chilling behind. Ain't chilling no more. I'm tired of seeing pictures of. Oh, now wait a minute now. Let's make sure we got enough that we understand each other. I just want to make sure we understand each other. I mean, somebody ain't just looking at pictures that I take of stuff and think they emptying out something and think that was my war chest today. Now we're in. Let me show you. And the problems start coming in. People thinking, you know, Not gonna show her. Show nothing but love. So not show her. You try to use this against me. Yeah. Remember the Mopicals line? I say, you you don't want to stop. You don't want to stop? So we got people saying this all 2023 stuff now. Hmm? Loyalty over everything now. I'm delusional. Cause I right, but complain about the money he gives to women. Whenever I complain, have I not said be blessed? Y'all went over there and listened to this girl. Like everybody, she be having y'all in a spell over that joint. Who I'm blaming? LJ. But the things I was showing was from 2022. First, and Shay's name was up there. People still went over there. I don't complain. Be blessed. Why y'all telling the business on the internet? Somebody do something for you behind the scenes, then you keep it behind the scenes. That's called privacy. Y'all, the one over there, even mentioning that someone gave you money. I don't act, I react with receipts. You don't know Ratchet TV, but yet you'll be hanging around somebody. You don't know who these people is, but you're hanging around. You don't know Shay. Nobody knows LJ. I'm telling people, be blessed. No, y'all keep it going on. Y'all don't have no control. Once you put shit in, that shit starts snowballing. I'm trying to push the snowball up the hill. Show you that y'all just together. Look, but all these women are coming out. All these women that Ratchet TV says, I sent. You know how many women I sent that you. But now nobody knows Ratchet TV. I'm quite sure some genuine women. So I said, be blessed. You all over there with people that they in devil worship and shit. You chilling with them. That's how people get caught up. Never seen somebody that all she do is I guess Dr. Richie, he lying right here too. Ain't no such thing as no fucking sex cults out there either, right? They ain't come after Dr. Richie. Executives of sex cult company indicted on forced labor charges. There ain't no sex cults out there. I guess I was over there asking people for sex. This where they get. This where they get people at. Let's see. I guess I try to use her to. Motherfuckers be tripping. a woman that you tell something personally on the phone, guess who stay here? And she told you that I told her the personal business. She told you I told you the personal business. My phone been hacked. My computer been hacked. My account been hacked. I never accused none of y'all of that. Until now, she finally comes out and admitted, her and the people she with. So you don't think something else now? Yeah, the gaming people is the ones that hack you. That's all they do, sit up all day. I ain't even showing no more her text message. Them shit so stupid. I don't now like. And there it goes, right there. Exactly what happened. And that's how people get in trouble. Y'all went to the commissioner, and the commissioner here, you talking about which commissioner? The commissioner that just got booked. Her boss, right? Kathleen Subble, email, receipts. I'm even waiting on YouTube to contact me, email. Yeah. Who's putting down there? Who says this? Michelle. Who's putting that down there? That's the Shades too, right? Oh, I.e. contacted the chief probation officer of Philadelphia waiting on the email, Kathleen Subble. I wasn't on Philadelphia probation. This might be somebody you just contacted. So Kathleen Subble, you talked to all of these people and then went to the commissioner, that motherfucker down there with them braids in his head that just got in trouble. What's his name? Supposed to be Trap Boy Freddy. What's his name? Daddy, something, I don't know. Keep cutting it off, keep cutting the computer off, showing for a fact the computer is hacked. By who? That's like I mean, boy, let's get fun. We always having fun. That's what I told you. The discovery period. He a lie. I don't even like old men. I already showed her that out. You can show whatever text you want to, you loser. I'm going to be showing some text too. However, it won't be here, but will be to your PO and feds. How'd that work out for you? So let me show you what the PO was saying. Let me see what guy you think I was down here. We're looking at. That's all people wanted to be. It's taken off of a hashtag. It was copy and paste. I'm still waiting for these attorneys to come do what they was gonna do. They did do something. That's all in 2023. They used y'all. What that say? NDA. Y'all hurt some woman because y'all didn't read the NDA, and I need legal representation. It ain't the KO date. Yeah, you ain't gonna like this one without the red marks around it. So y'all still in there. Y'all, nobody on No Ratchet TV. He needed a 72-hour investigation. Y'all don't think, hey, let me get the fuck up out of here. I don't want to be around this shit. He cries and lies on YouTube and don't speak the truth. This is LJ saying that. So when somebody ever fucking showed Ain't nobody. Why y'all ain't show me something that I lied about? Show me something. Because guess what? As soon as that shit hit the court, I done showed y'all the paperwork that need to be shown. And when that discovery come out, I told you should have been looking at that copyright case. And you see all this discovery coming out. Y'all know what discovery is then. Yeah, them phone calls, all of that. Everybody who is calling who, yeah, all of that. Know who was on whose side. If you was, if you on that, I already said whose side I'm on. 3 sides. I'm on the side of justice. This justice. Who the fag now? He loves men. He knew I know everything. Yeah. Show it, nigga. Show it. Show it where I've been with a fucking man. I showed the woman who you was with what she said she did to you. And you set it up before we even got there. And then guess what comes out? Room 220. I'm going to make it come out. Through discovery. And then all of you that ran with that dumbass shit because the nigga don't want to admit he can't. But I ain't even finished. I told you, these jokers is ruthless on here. Y'all even admit y'all took over the channel. Okay? That's what I'm doing. Guess what I'm doing? Exposing the lies. So y'all call Miss President. So this is Miss President right here responding to me. She asking me to send her everything. That's what y'all cost because I did what? Gave you money, and then you went over and just told on. How what's that last name? White. These are all the people that y'all put yourself with. Yeah, man, paperwork party right here. Paperwork party right here. $200. Told he in Texas, don't record me. Record me anyway, like you know the fucking law. Yeah, tear him up. Illegal wiretapping, that's illegal. That's why I call it illegal wiretapping. Oh yeah, this one we gotta show. I did take a picture of it. I want everybody else to get a picture of somebody pretending to be somebody else and saying that I raped them. I raped a woman. To turn me against her. I raped her. Yeah, this is Mr. Terrain Hicks. He admitted to it, laughed about it. Oh, let's show some more text messages. So somebody calls from this number, but y'all keep saying it's me. So I wonder how many Jones they're gonna show that belong to me, that they came from my number, since they can backtrack all of this, that this shit came from my number.
Unmute yourself, brother.
You said that cool.
You gotta unmute yourself, brother.
I'm just saying, I'm a big dog out here. I'm in the hood for real, man. Rats and all type of shit. I just seen a rat. I'll show you a rat right now.
Show us.
Through the motherfucking alleyway.
Show that shit.
I want to see.
Show that shit. I want to see that too.
I swear I want to
adjust the camera. I want y'all to see this shit.
You ain't in New York if you ain't see no rat.
Yeah, he ain't.
See no rat.
Yeah, let me see a rat.
I'm gonna find a rat for y'all.
I want to see a big ass rat.
Yo, just show a pothole. Show a pothole up there.
He's in Harlem. Oh, you in Brooklyn?
Yeah, we in Brooklyn.
Well, not for nothing though. The rats gonna be like in Harlem now in the middle of the night.
Oh yeah.
Steady setting you up. And all your friends. Location, 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 location. Now, I wonder if I could see it, if I could find a text message you're asking me to come there to perform rituals the day that Sherelle Parker was supposed to be there. Little Prince George's, Maryland. let me show everybody somebody that's been calling people using a 646 number that's from New York. I'm not from New York. Why would the fuck could I be using that now? Yeah, you can backtrack these motherfuckers by yourself. Told you, I didn't get played. Metro PCS. All you jokers. All of y'all that was playing them games down in Texas with them giants and thought y'all was using these numbers and you was messing with him. This the guy that's on the phone, on the wire, asking me, do I want to become a professional snitch? So this one right here really got me. Good morning, August the 4th. Good morning. My name is Rhea Louise Clark. I am texting to complain about Micah A. Solomon. He is on his way to New York to harass my family. Can you please tell him to leave us alone? Okay. Please watch this video where he threatens rape. I have sent audio recordings of him admitting rape and then threatening rape to my brother. He called my brother from a payphone, but it was recorded and threatened rape. We have filed charges in Brooklyn, New York, precinct 54, and we are coming to Pennsylvania to file charges as well. When? Nigga, when? I don't even know this chick. And what link you sent them? And what fucking payphones they got in New York? Yeah, or in Pennsylvania. A payphone? Really? I ain't seen a payphone in my life. It's so easy to get a phone. They don't even have fucking payphones. See? Waste, fraud, and abuse. Gave a whole name, gave my whole name. threatened to rape. That was my voice. Yeah, you must got some magic shit. I don't know. You must got some hella magic shit right there. I wait for those come. Yo, matter of fact, I don't do all that fucking calling the police and all that shit. No police came ever talk to me about no fucking rape. They got my DNA. All my phones, you know exactly where I'm at. Why I ain't picked up yet. I've been there. With a warrant. But I'm the liar. This channel, we lie over here. No. Y'all followers, I wasn't born to follow. I was born to lead. So, you know what Liham means? And this is why I never believed the MO3BADAZZ angle. I mean, I had to encompass all of that. So he put people up, tell them that, hey, yeah, go put a rape charge on this boy. Go call his PO. The only one that was calling the motherfucking police was everybody that was scared of MO3. I stopped getting friendly. And even still, after this, people still receive computers and everything. Someone sent me this message. And I listened to this woman. She said, please don't mention this until we hear from Sapphire. I wasn't the only one worried about her. She didn't even know I spelled my name right, but that's all right. How long we been on? We got a whole bunch of stuff. All you gotta do is put in certain combinations because that's what y'all knew MGR. .038, and so y'all try to run game. Nah, not on the KID. Now I got all of these pop-ups telling me to re-enter my credentials. Yeah, like my shit hacked. I'm trying to rehack it. That's why I'm putting it on Facebook, everywhere, every channel, so everybody can see it. Before I put this one up, let me see what this guy is. So I download this thing one day. I don't know why. This somebody been trying to hit my hard drive. I mean, my Google Drive. But the one thing that seemed like they wanted off my Google Drive was this.
Tell the Dark Lord to call you. You knew who he was.
Because I wanted to make you mad. That's what. Because I know you.
You wanted to make me mad. So did you think that he might have acted on anything that you fucking said? And how are you making me mad? I don't even know the shit exists. Somebody was just out there in the bushes and they screen recorded it, and then you called the police to my fucking house.
Listen,
You did
because I thought I was talking to you on the phone. Okay.
How you thought you was talking to me on the phone? You wasn't talking to me on the phone. You know my fucking number. What do you mean you was talking to me on the phone? If you was talking to me on the phone, why would you think that I'm having some a fucking that I needed you to fucking call contact the people to come get me? How you thought that you was doing that? I wasn't even in fucking Pennsylvania.
Well, I didn't know that, but when I was talking to whoever it was.
Let's go run this back, and Steve, right off for the super chat, my brother. Y'all go ahead and run this motherfucker up real quick, man. Let's run it up, man, because y'all gotta monetize. Y'all want to see this content, this type of content. Y'all gotta monetize it because YouTube's not going to monetize because it's too much profanity. So if y'all like this type of content, show me money speak action and words. Cash out for the super chat.
Look at the Rainbow Coalition over here.
Let's go, man. I can't make this shit up, man. What's up, Jazz? The long way, man.
Who?
Look at this shit, man. This is the type of
Jazz the long way.
Let's go run this back, and Steve, right off for the super chat, my brother. Y'all go ahead and run this motherfucker up real quick, man. Let's run it up, man, because y'all gotta monetize. Y'all want to see this content, this type of content. Y'all gotta monetize it because YouTube's not going to monetize because it's too much profanity. So if y'all like this type of content, show me money.
And that's your boy MHB doing what he do best, lying and just trying to grab a couple dollars. Y'all some scam fucking artists, and I wasn't gonna be a part of it. No, I'm gathering content for a story. Yeah, I got a story too. This Olan pulled this up. Don't matter if he pulled it up first or I pulled it up first. What I tell you? E-government seal. What was happening to Boosie at this time? He trying to beat one case. As soon as the feds come out, bam. You get another charge. Man, I'm telling you. So who keep trying to put that Boosie shit? Yeah, y'all said y'all wanted to see me. Someone mentioned they wanted to see me talk about Boosie. So I'm here to talk about him. Y'all free to ask any questions y'all want. And why I didn't go down that route. First of all, we already see Ratchet TV saying he trying to put this out on this person, he putting this out on that person, he calling on everybody. He'll blame everybody.
Okay, try again. All right, real good. I just want the 800 people to know. That's a damn shame. You lying on these people like that, yo. What? Take a lie detector test. Did you say something about lie detector test?
Well, let's take a lie detector test.
Take a lie detector test.
Pay for a lie detector test. Pay for it. And I
fuck out like pimps off for you use a fucking bone.
Oh, prove your name. Take a lie detector test, and they're gonna ask you to Colleen ever suck your dick and answer the question. Take the lie detector test.
What's her name?
Where they give lie detector tests at?
bitch. Let's go to Maury, huh? Let the whole world see
Nobody
it.
going to Maury with you? What the fuck?
Why?
You
Let the
like?
whole world see it. Let the whole world see if I'm lying. Make me out to be a liar to the whole
You think a
world.
bitch will get on a plane for you? Bitch not get on a plane.
A plane. Maury's in New York City, bitch. Maury ain't in no fucking plane.
I don't know
You
about
fucking
that.
dummy. Are
That's
you
a shame. You sit
stupid?
here lying on all these people, bro.
I ain't lying to these people. I ain't
Or
lying.
that.
Let's talk
You
about
might
two.
not wake up
Let's
in the
talk
morning.
about two.
You might not wake
Let's
up in
talk
the
about
morning.
two.
God don't like
Your
ugly,
dick
man.
Your dick still. God don't like that you're lying on your little ass dick, and that's why it's not growing.
All right.
That's why your
What
dick
you
ain't
want, bro?
grown.
You know
You're
you'll
lying.
never do nothing with me, bro. You see me, bro.
Your dick is like this big.
You never seen me nowhere.
Big.
You never seen
Your
me
dick
nowhere,
is
bro.
big. Your dick don't
You
hang that
never
much
seen
from
me
your
nowhere.
balls, little dick.
Then you said I had a white car. Everybody who ever knew me, I never got a car.
Baby,
It
was like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. These motherfuckers don't know who fucking car you drive.
I've never had a white car in my life.
Let's take a lie detector test. I'll call Maury
I tell
tomorrow,
y'all,
okay?
You gonna go on Maury
Look,
by your motherfucking self. I ain't going with you.
Ow.
he said he never had a white car,
You
right?
know me, I never got a car.
Baby,
you might not wake up. You sit here lying.
Maury's in New York City, bitch. Maury ain't in no fucking plane. You fucking dummy. Are you stupid?
You sit here lying on all these people, bro.
I ain't lying to these people. I ain't
Or
lying.
that.
Let's talk about
You might
two.
not wake up
Let's
in the
talk
morning.
about two.
You might not wake
Let's
up in
talk
the
about
morning.
two.
God don't like
Your
ugly,
dick
man.
Your dick still. God don't like that you're lying on your little ass dick, and that's why it's not growing.
All right.
That's why your
What
dick
you
ain't
want, bro?
grown.
You know
You're
you'll
lying.
never do nothing with me, bro. You see me, bro.
Your dick is like this big.
You never seen me nowhere. You never seen me nowhere, bro.
Big. Your dick don't
You
hang that
never
much
seen
from
me
your
nowhere.
balls, little dick.
Then you said I had a white car. Everybody who ever knew me, I never got a car.
Baby, it was
bro.
like 1, 2 o'clock in the.
These ain't your two white cars, the H2 Hummer.
Morning. These motherfuckers don't know who fucking car you
I've
drive.
never had a white car in my life.
And I'm just making sure we understand each other. We had 3 hours and 30 minutes. You understand? How many rounds y'all want to go?